alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Looking for a pair of shoes? Let's Up Stores has a wide range of selection for unisex footwear. We have the best quality of all brands at pocket-friendly prices, and we make deliveries countrywide. Just place your order or reach us on 0772 08 0090. You can also check up at Let's Up Stores on all our social media platforms. Let's Up, craft your own footprints.
Go to the church, though.
Tawali man, what's up?
Man, can you imagine people just dump everywhere? Someone drinks water and throws the bottle wherever.
Come on, Rogers. What else do you expect people to do with an empty bottle?
Simanya now, did you know that plastics take at least 450 years to decompose?
What? That's a long time.
Exactly. Because plastics are made out of a lightweight and flexible material that doesn't decompose easily. And plastics everywhere in the environment cause plastic pollution.
What is plastic pollution now?
It is the accumulation of plastic waste in the environment, like bottles, polythene bags, straws. All of these contribute to plastic pollution.
I have been using them without knowing their effect.
Yeah, a lot of people have. Plastics are a danger to the ecosystem, both on land and in water.
So how can we overcome this problem? Is there something we can do?
Oh yes, we can reduce by minimizing the use of plastics, reuse by repurposing them, or recycle by collecting and processing them into new products.
Everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves for the world.
How about we change our habits for the world?
And it starts with me and you.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk. The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
Amacha malungi abatukereddeko ku mpewo zaffe za Alternative Digitalk njagala okubaaniriza era okubategeeza tuya live on Facebook asobola ogendayo n'otulikinga n'otufollowinga n'ogobera discussion nga bw'eba etambula naawe n'oteekayo endowoozayo manyi kirungi nnyo okwekuumira mu kumanya so buli lw'osanga nga program ng'ekuzimba nga tekuggyako mukwano nkusaba ogigoberera olunaku lwakusatu ennaku z'omwezi ziri 3 omwezi tuli mu gwa 8 omwaka tuli mu 2023 baneliza program The Mighty Drive olunaku lwa leero mbeerawo n'omumbejja luwedde Lilian ate omugenyi waffe olunaku lwa leero ye Kanso Kato Tumusiime tugenda kubanga twogera ebintu bingi nnyo okutandikira ddala kuno roadmap abantu oba abakulu aba National Unity Platform twabalabyeko sides eyo Mbalala nga bakunza abantu omuntu omu n'aŋŋamba eyo Mbalala oba Masaka babadde nga bagamba sides eyo teri buwagizi naye abantu kube twalabye nga bawerekera president wa NOP ekyandikyukamu kenjogera yandikyukamu okusinziira nga bwe twalabye yadde ng'omukulu yabadde ku radio nga yeewuliriza yekka nga bamusazeeko nga abantu tebamuwulira yabadde ku radio abantu ne bamusalako nga sigino abantu tebamuwulira nga yeewuliriza yekka show number nga bamusazeeko bamugye ku mpewo so ebintu si birungi nnyo n'akamu era tojja kubanga ate twogerako ku decision y'omukulu president w'eggwanga lino okubanga ate asalawo okubanninga importation of second hand clothes munnange ffe abasinga e Uganda nga tetusobola first class esene tugenda kuzijja wayedde nga yatongozza ate ekkolere ligenda okubanga ate erikola engoye wano e Uganda naye nga ate bannayuganda olowooza abasinga balina obusobozi okusobola okubanga ate bagula first class clothes nga ziri second hand ezio waffe muwino tebatundayo bannaye first class batunda second hand ekitegeeza abantu beeyo bonna bakilozinze business tebagenda kuddamu kubanga bakola kubanga tubadde nga tugenda ofunayo olugoye olw'olukumi t-shirt yo nnungi nnyo n'ogireeta n'ogyoza n'ogikuba omuntu n'alowooza nti oguze ya mutwalo naye omukulu yavaayo n'alange n'agamba teri kuddamu kuyingiza ggwanga lino Uganda engoye ezikozeeko oba engoye eza second hand. So ebintu bingi nnyo tugenda kubanga ate tubyogerako. Nkusaba busabi munnange biirako oteekemu endowoozayo gw'olowooza ki. Omukulu ye era yavaayo agenza akola decisions ezeewuunyisa n'agamba teri kuddamu ku exportinga mwanyi nga temunnazirostinga musooke muzirostinge muwe abantu bawana emirimu abeeri mu bakendeezeeko batubenefitinga kinene nnyo. Decision abantu abamu abali mu Coffee Growers Association gye batakkiriziganya nayo okubanga bagamba tetuyina busobozi oba skills oba ne machinery esobola okubanga ate tukola omutindo ogw'emwanyi okutuukana n'obutale obw'ensi endala. Ebintu biyitirivu nnyo tugenda okubanga ate twogerako so nja kubanga ate ennyaniza omumbejja asooka abalamuseeko n'omugenyi waffe olunaku lwaleero naye atulamuseeko show yaffe etambula empolampola. Good morning Lilian.
Good morning to Farida.
Ekiro kyakulimbye eki?
Tusokeera tukooye.
Ozuukuko okooye nga tonnakola.
Byekyamenge tubijjukira.
Kibi nnyo kanga tujjukira byayiseemu nkiro.
Byekyamenge tubijjukira naye bonna abijjukira nja bibagamba. Nkasuza mukyabagamba abatukeredde olwaleero wetuli nnyo okubanga tubaweereza kana etwetonda ennaku endala tubadde tetuli ku mpewo naye ng'emirimu emirala eno gikwajja. So olunaku olwaleero wetuli nnyo okubanga tubaweereza era nga tuli ne Munnamateeka Kato Tumusiime ng'ojjako ekitiibwa ky'obwannamateeka alina ebitiibwa bingi saakala mbyogere ate mbisobye kati akazindaalo kankamuweereze atulamuseeko ebitiibwa bitumalireyo bulungi. Kyasanyu nnyo okuba naawe olunaku olwaleero.
Nesiimye nnyo nange okubeera wano olunaku olwaleero. Mwasuze mutya Lilian ne Farida.
Twasuze bulungi.
Bingi naye nze musibimanyi.
Ebibyo.
Bwetwali ku show, bwetwali ku voltage wabitumalirayo bulungi.
Nabimalayo.
Ku mighty drive n'obitumalirayo omulundi omulala.
Anti ebimu babimpa bubi nga sitegedde. Mbeerawo nensanga nga bampadde ekitiibwa
nawe n'okitwala.
naye nze Kato Tumusiime ndi Munnamateeka yansanyusa okubeera wano olunaku olwaleero.
Uganda ogiraba otya kutuwe mu lensi y'amateeka ng'okozesa lensi eyallo?
Mu Uganda mulimu ebintu bingi kati ebigenda mu maaso.
Mu butuufu
tubadde
mu
mu
butuufu.
ngeri zonna ebimu bituufu ebimu si bituufu. Weekend ewedde n'eno gye tulimu tubadde mu land awareness week. Kati abantu ab'enjawulo bavuddeyo nga balaga biki bye bategeera ku nsonga z'ettaka. Era ne gavumenti yenyigiddemu nnyo okuinvolvinga abantu basobole okuba nga bategeera eddembe lyabwe bwe kikwata ku nsonga ezikwatagana n'eby'ettaka. Era yavuddeyo nerolinga some campaigns okugaba ebyapa to some districts ebyapa ebyobwereere kumalawo enkaayana ez'ettaka kuba ziri on the rise ate zivuddemu okufa kw'abantu okutingana kooti era almost I think nga 50% of the cases eziri mu courts zikwatagana ku nsonga z'ebyettaka. So byebyo bimu babati
nalabye ne digital number plates ne
digital number
plate otereze ekkubo.
And I was asking myself again, kati bwe nfuna digital number plate, how do I make the road safe? Maybe the infrastructure, the bad infrastructure that we have in this country. Ngantaddeko digital number plate, how will I make the road safe?
Ovugisa kimama. Abakozesa
You see, olumu tulaba kukubawo nga tuvuga amu ne balowooza kirabika oyo alina ebimusumbuwa bingi, but because you are trying to juggle around the potholes abamu bakulaba
ovuga zigzaga
kati bw'oteekako eyo digital number plate, will it change the same? Oba izo digital number plate zirina engeri gye zigenda okyusamu emmotoka zaffe tuyitengawo buyisi nga n'ebinnya tobiwulira.
Esente ezo zijja kuba zikozesebwa okuddaabiriza amakubo.
Naye kati zigenda kukozesebwa zitya nga kuddaabiriza amakubo nga ne kampuni egenda ozitwala si yakono.
tulina ensonga bbiri. Tulina ensonga za Minisita Jim Obwezi n'ensonga
za Kayindo Tafiri.
Minisita Kayindo Tafiri. Omu agamba kampuni teriyo bakola okunoonyereza nga kampuni tebanga nayo. Omulala agamba nti kampuni gyeri ebintu bigenda kugenda mu maaso. Omulala agamba nawandikira President ne mugaba bino bya kikwangala tebijja kukola biki. Omulala agamba enteekateeka teyimirira egenda mu maaso.
Ekyavuddemu nga buli omu alangira munne nga bw'amumanyi nnyo era nga bw'amanyi enteekateeka ze na lwaki alemedde ku nsonga eyo. But eyo kampuni baginoonyerezako sometime back ne Parliament yakola okunoonyereza. Asanga eyo kampuni yes gyeri naye nga bagibanja over emitwalo nga 9 egya dola eyo we operatingira mu Russia. So kati nga twebuuza how do we trust
bagenda okuvaawo era nga nabo babanja Uganda.
Nedda. Ate nga tubuuza how do we trust a company that cannot sustain itself in its own country? Katugirete kuno tugiweereze such kind of a sensitive issue. Abo si bagenda okwenyigira mu corruption and bribe yowa. Usange nga number plate ezimu tebazitaddemu obutraka nga bwe boogera. Because these things happen. Because at the end of it all their main intention will be getting money and enriching themselves so that they can be able to pay the debt back there. So that basobola osigala mu business. Because the business idea of every company is to maximize its profit.
Exactly.
The how comes in later in most of the companies that we have, even here in Uganda. The how comes in later. First of all is how do we maximize our profits and productivity. When that one is done, then if you are, how did you raise this money? Vijja kujja mu luvanyuma eyoganga postmortem. It is a postmortem. As long as the company is rich, it has profits, it is able to pay its workers, maintain its utilities, clear its debts, and it's at zero. The how you got the money comes in after.
Togamba nti omukulu ono yanoonyereza okutandika okuwa abantu bano business teyakola background check emala.
Manyi ekizibu kya Uganda kye tuyina as a country and our leaders is that we have leaders who are too selfish. Most of them are very selfish.
Beyagaliza.
And a number of reports on such kind of contracts is that in most cases the person who contacted the dealer over those companies abayinako ketuita kickback. Bakazunguwaza nnyo ne bakayita kickback oba kibroker that commission. Ekikumi zange gwe sigaza olunaana. And you have to account for the billion lwenda ze watwala. Okitegeera? So that's how we reach out to such contracts nga ziri awarded to companies that sometimes are fictitious. Teziriyo. Mugendo gino yanga company tebaddeyo. Recently, last week twala ababaka ba parliament nga bagenze kulambula where that company was going to operate from. Basangayo tentage nga kuliko aba security babiri.
Menga tiwali na kiraga nti waliwo omulimu ogukolebwa.
Waliko ba security babiri ne tent geri empty. Tewali yadde meza, tewali yadde ntebe. Oli nabuuza, I think he was honorable bali mwezo nabuuza kati wano mukolawo kimwe abagenda okukola number plates zetulya yagamba naffe bateeka wano kukuuma. Mukuuma ki? Ffe tukuumye tente eno tebagitwala.
Naye nga be bateekawo okukola omulimu bo tebaliiwo.
So that's how funny the situation is in this country. In that even the genuine companies, but if they cannot accept the terms of or your deal about a business and they cannot afford to give that commission, that's how most of them end up losing big contracts and sensitive contracts in this country.
So lwaki abantu bana bagaba contracts basosinga abantu outside the country tetuli skilled enough okubanga tukola emirimu gino?
It's not about skills ngabankugambi, but who offers how much. Ayina ekinene yagenda okutwala omulimu.
Abawano bandibanga tebasobola okumpisizawo oyisaawo mpiseewo ekyange.
Kuba bawano most of them fear that kati bwe bajja ne balaba Farida enkya agenda kubeera ku TV nga kuno agambe minisita gundi yansabye mutemereko ka percentage ku sente ze bampadde okukola ekubulyawo. Webiza omuzigo akwogera because sometimes it may be hard for you to account for those extra 200 billions. Kumulimu gwe wakola. And some of Ugandans basinga bayina eddiini nga nyingi. agamba nedda ekyo sijja kikolera.
balina
eddiini okukkiriza kungi, and because they fear to be judged before God, that judgment denga bwe bajoogera agamba nedda sijja kwenyigira mu kibiinze.
olwo banene abenyigira mu mivuyo gya corruption n'ebirala bo tebalina ddiini.
Anti eddiini zaawukana. Abamu bakisussa ne bakiteeka ku level eri enkambwe. But what we should always know is that whether oli munaddiini oba toli munaddiini, it is all about doing what is good and what is right. Ebirala tunaabirabira eyo nga tutuuse mu maaso ga Katonda.
Tutwale ensonga yaani ku baminisita ababiri okusinziira buli omu bw'awadde ensonga ye.
Nze nganze nja kwesiga Kahindo tafiire minisita kusinga Jim Muhwezi, because I want us to go back to what has happened between the two individuals. Oyo Minister Jim Muhwezi y'omu ku beenyigira mu kubba ssente zaali zawaladde basiime z'agabi. Okitegeera? And you remember the days, back in the days, how AIDS was treating people so bad.
Ngali so severe.
Ne symptoms ne signs zaayo ng'olaba omuntu naawe n'owulira ng'amaziga gagala kuvaamu. But somebody was brave enough kubba ssente zaabwe. Okitegeera? Ssente zaali zirina bayambako at least babeeko engeri gye balabikako bulungi mu bantu. N'azibba kati zino eza I don't know number plates ozisuubiramu ki? If it's you kati kankiteeke mu maaso g'abatulaba olaba asobola okubba ssente z'abalwadde basiriimu bali abaali
abaagula emmotoka okwejalabya
kati gwe yagula emmotoka okwejalabya anti bo bagira bagalakiza. What do you expect from such a person? Yali agenda kufunira ekisa agenda kukolera ki? It means most of us may end up paying for those number plates because it will be mandatory. Yes. But nezo sente zinzo obutatuuka ne company yazisaba nga zibbirawo kuba omuntu atasobola kukwatirwa ekisa omulwadde nga owasiriimu and how vulnerable they are. So what do you expect for them to care about your cars which already have number plates?
Naye kakati bw'abanga yenyigira mivuyo ng'egyo era still kati ye minisita gwe tulinawo baamuweera ekifo.
Ebyo some political
politically nze bwe tunuulira ensonga eno should we say nti it is a show of power buli omu ayagala kulaga power gy'alina nti Kahindo tafiire yadde oyogera I will show you kino kijja kukola
at the end you see the problem we have as Uganda and its leaders, and I've always talked about it so many times, is that even when we have a full ministry of planning for this country and for us, we have lacked the idea and the sense of prioritizing what we need first as a country. Because I feel number plates, digitalized number plates are not our problem at the time. And we have a reactionary population and the reactionary leaders. They wait for something to happen, something that affects a big person, and that's when they sit down and think and say, now we need the law to cap down this, and how it has happened. Because it has happened to somebody they feel is close to them, or is somebody powerful in the government and power. Yes. How they started to bring up this issue of digitalized number plates is when they tried to shoot Minister Katumbo Wamala. That's when they sat in Parliament and they had to plan and say, oh, you mean we cannot trace the motorcycles that were tracing this genome? You get? Which solution can we come up with? Now let's come up with digitalized number plate. That's how it all started. Another example can be when I think this businessman, the prominent businessman, Aponyi, you remember him? Yeah. When he died in a road accident, and his accident was due to a truck that had parked on the side. That's when I saw the parliamentarians, even the speaker herself, saying now we need the law to fight against these trucks that park on the roadside. After somebody has died, and that's when you can come up to think, as if they did not know that trucks park on the roadside. Because they use the same roads that we use. Waliyo iseko kukubo nga notasanga ko birole bameka nga parking even here in town.
Aba traffic batera okubeera oba batera okuyimira olisi wabera emotoka
be parking out exactly. But because somebody that was big in the business sector died, that's when they sat down and started to think of what they should do. So that's the problem we have as a country. But even ne buli omu wano mu Uganda omanyi tuyina enjogera egamba ngenda kukulagako kati bali mu kweragako ani asinga munne ani agenda okukola ekikye kiyitewo ekyono kigaana okuyitawo. At the end of it all, it's a fight for power. Buli omu ayagala kulaga nti ali mu buyinza kati.
Oze n'oyogera ku nsonga n'ogamba nti digitalized number plates si issue etunyiga ennyo nga bannayuganda.
The issue that we have.
Nange, that also takes me to the ban on the second hand clothes, like si bwe buzibu bannayuganda bwe bayina okwambala engoye ennyambale zaamu.
Olaba nze nkugambye wano olaba Matayo bagiyita Matayo mu Luganda Matthew, I think 25 egamba nti people have left what they are supposed to do and they are doing what they are not supposed to do. This is the real definition of what is happening in Uganda. Kati nze bwe nyambala second hand clothes ya kati gwe ofiirwaki. What do you lose as Farid? And we forget that the president who issued that order and directive buli kanaku manyi budget y'omwaka gy'ateeka ku ngoye. Do you know that budget? Because it was making a lot of runs, around 365 millions per year, financial year.
Ayambala engoye za
kitegeeza olugoye alwambala per day, and that's for 1 million plus.
1 million ekisaati ekyo
ekinene n'ekyo ekiwale n'ebigato wabwe by'amagye. You get? Akyambalamu per day. So he cannot feel the issue of you going now to buy a second-hand cloth. He cannot feel it because he's very contented. He doesn't even think about what you go through to buy this one that you are putting on. Have you not met people? Have you not met people? Ne wano mchibuga makati. Ngayambadde ekisaate eky'olukumi. But ne wano mukola. Nga chayulika n'emikono gyayulika ne wano, and then that's what he has because he feels kugenda mu public nga talina kyatadde ku mubiri wakiryandekeko kino ekikadde kati. So kati omuntu bw'ati atasobola okugula ekyo ekisaati kya 10 oba 5 kuba n'eby'ebitaano bibeera. You hear people call java ogula ekisaati kya 5 mpale ya 2. You get, if somebody cannot afford to buy that one, and good enough, you have gone to places where they sell these first class and new clothes. The minimum a new shirt can take you to buy, a new ngampia, can be around 80,000 shillings. The minimum, a quality embi, ayambe ono naye ali mu China, naye mpya. Ntwalo munana. And that shirt, oyinda jambala mu 2 days, 2 times. Bojoza, it will change the color ekusobere. And you cannot put it on the third time. Okujjako nga nawe yagala kufaanana ng'oli yagula ekikadde ate ow'ekikadde aba akusinga nako. And I want you to compare the kind of unemployment that we have as a country, how the economy is treating us badly. Omuntu atasobola okugula ekikomando to the bare minimum oba muwogo ow'ebitaano for lunch or for supper. How do you expect them to buy sati emitwalo 8? How? Like, sincerely speaking, we have lacked a lot of humanity in ourselves, and I don't know when it departed us as people.
President Museveni never advisors. Advisors
at the end of the day, he's the one to advise them. I saw some later the other time ngagamba awandikira minister and ozaliwa nsonga z'eby'ettaka about the issue of people who have developed industries in swamps. Ngagamba, didn't we talk about that issue? Mburiza was expiring, don't renew. You kindly remind me of what our discussion was about on that matter. Ngagamba, if the president can forget what he discussed with the minister, he has, I don't know how many secretaries in his office. Their role is to document whatever the president is talking about. If they cannot go to the archives and find out his decision on a certain matter, how do you expect them to now to face him and tell him that, you know, our economy is even run on the taxes that come from these imported second-hand clothes than even the new ones? Because katibana abasinga bali mu ezo companies ne industries zebaguddewo zebagamba tuwagire have the tax incentives tebasasula misoro. You get?
Yeah.
And do you know how much taxes as a country that we get from these second-hand clothes that are imported in this country? I think sometimes bana abantu bayina bye balina okukola, but they have run short of what they need to prioritize and do fast.
When do we promote ours? Tunapromotinga ddi ekyaffe bwe
Kati gwe mbuuliraamu
buli kimu kye tukozesa tukijja.
Lilian gwe mbuuliraamu nti Farida bikobere gwe tumanyi wano ye nanyini industry gendo bange tukolere sati. Uganda at some point was not even producing a toothpick. Nga tuzijja Kenya, even up to now I think we are still importing them from Kenya.
Ekibagala okukyusa kati naffe tutandika okwekolewa.
Anti kati baani abagenda ozikola ezo siba babayitaani siba China sibe bagenda okujjula mu muzigo. So are we still supporting our own?
Abali mu industries zino abakola mu siba na Uganda.
The Chinese waliyo ise
kuma
kumakulu.
Uganda bajja kuba bakola gino emirimu isasula enusu kasanvu.
Kati nakasanvu kanji. You have seen Chinese nga bali construction of the roads and on so many occasions naye nosanga ne bana abayina ebitiibwa batika omusenyu ku road. They are Chinese. So if Uganda cannot be trusted kurodinga umusenyu ku road, kati bolowooza bagenda okuba machine running egenda okubanga ekola esaate. At the end of it all, which quality are we going to produce after all? Bino byetulimu and the level that we are at is because most of these leaders that we have are too selfish and very comfortable.
So you want to send katife wano tetulina kitwetaaga kubanga tukola because tetufulumya quality ennungi. That's what you're trying to say.
Nedda si kyengambi. The issue is about planning and knowing when are we ready to start producing producing good quality things.
When will we ever
Give people time. Have they trained the Ugandans? Abana Uganda abamu, you have seen abana Uganda abamu nga basobola okuyiya ne babako bye bakola. Nga babyekolera. But instead of the government and the leaders that we have in the country coming up to support oya inake yetandikiddeko.
Yes.
And these people are creative people. Bavayo ne baleeta omu China, baleeta Pinet wali, ne bamuwa ettaka lya bwereere, ne bamwewolera looni, eddwaliro kati limu how many years?
Bali badde batandika na ku revampinga Nyanza Textiles, Nightil, ezo companies ezaaliwo President Museveni.
Ezaaliwo already ezayina kyezeekoledde.
Yazisangawo n'azitta. Kati olw'ensonga nti ayagala tuproducingire wano, we would start by revamping.
But the local Ugandans, the investors in Uganda that we have, the same Buddhas kati baliwa. We have a business nefa. How is it? You get? Kati abantu abana Uganda benyini, instead of supporting our own, if we are ngacho gambi, twewagire ng'abana Uganda bubu oba yo yabulirawo simanyi na je yabuli. But ne mu bubu.
Where bubu?
Ne mu bubu. The last time I heard about it is when the president was ordering every furniture that must be in each and every public office must be from Uganda. Nsembo okuwulira entebe zaali za minister nga ziri ku nnyonyi nga zijja. And he was asking, so now which bubu are we even promoting?
Yagamba omukulu yagamba nti yejjusa awulira ennaku mutima nga atambula mu State House nga furniture bamujja China.
Ngoyinza okulowooza yali tategedde nga bamuleeta.
Yali tanajja muli mutima gwa bayi Uganda Build Uganda naye kati gwamunyikidde.
So kati bwe yamala omunyikira yakolawo ki yazifulumya n'aleeteza Uganda yakola.
naye kati ayagala bannayuganda ba-embracing ekyabwe ekyagazisa n'abalala okuyingira mu katale okutandika okufulumya ebintu nga bikolebwa wano.
I think kyoyogedde ba leaders baffe okubeera reactionary kituufu kubanga era omukulu yavaayo ne babaninga wano kyako amanda nga tebawadde bantu option yakola bavaayo ne babaninga amanda wano era abantu okugatuusa e Kampala wano baguluba nago na corruption yataggwa mu Uganda ojjo osasula abasirikale bonna b'osanze ku kkubo naye nga Uganda abayisinga wano tufumbira ku manda ko sigiri.
But on that same thing directive ya president ene nakola because sigwe mulondo ogusoose okuba nti bawera engoye z'emivumba wali era sigwe munondo ogusose omukulembeze w'eggwanga okuvaayo n'akoona ku nsonga naga atoke kino nkibaaniza okuba nga kikolebwa bwe kitemu ekinene kisigala nga ate kitambula
manyi president waba ayogera I take time to listen sometimes bwemba sirina bifudde busy I listen to him but most of his statements are just political abyogera kusanyusa baani abali awo because he was talking to a group of investors nga bayindi ba China oba bali muki biri awo tebitegereka and how do you expect these people that he's interesting in coming to start industries in this country nga tayogedde on such issues because we was kukola ngoye and they have met the president natayogera mu kuba importing emivumba ati kati goze kola mpya what do you expect? Do you have the interest of keeping on investing in this country? So some of them are political statements. Bawela kavera since when? Walina emyaka emeka nga bawela kavera mu Uganda? Kachaliwo tekachaliwo. Wasn't that the directive of the president? Ne parliament nebyenyigira.
Kazikira mukaawo ne kamera ne kadde.
Waliwo nakuze wali omaze week nga tolabye kavera mu maduuka.
Kazikira mu supermarkets woka.
Naye katebuli
maduuka bwasigala kukozesa.
So Farida yogedde ku issue ya amanda gebawira. But you look at the population in this country. Look at the capital state Uganda. How many families don't use charcoal? How many?
Batono nnyo.
And how do you expect us abatsinga batasobola ku affording even the gas?
Gas are expensive.
N'amasanyalaze gano
amasanyalaze ga Uganda.
Bei y'amasanyalaze nga bw'ogimanyi. Kale tuve ne ku bei. It's unreliable. Wena bawa kateeka kemmereyo amasanyalaze gaveeko. But because the government did not look at how best can they bring in now alternatives that can be used. Bw'oba tokozeseza amanda, what else can you use? If they talk about biodigester, how many people can afford to have things used in that biodigester? It's all bayamba to run through the day. Government yaletako this just recently gas is over gas cylinders. Bameka bazifuna.
No bameka bamanya kunteekateeka.
Naye bameka bazifuna. Vane kuchokumanya. Ate n'abasinga bazifuna bakulembeze. The MPs, the councillors and the chairman, bebazetwali aziri makaga mayumbaga. Exactly. You find a family has 2 cylinder gases of government of Uganda. And that family is for a councillor or a chairman wano mutawo ni mkiruga.
Just in case
Enegwamu bajja ku replacing akeri. That's how the country runs. Kati, why I'm saying this directive will not work as well? It is because who are the people that can afford now to import a container of those second-hand clothes? Go someone import it in your capacity. It means wait a goal in a China that they can afford the taxes they are going to take a container. Or even I know government you are again to more Korea pass container you don't get a cause. Them solo. Those are the people that will still be in that business. So if somebody has a connection of calling URA and say clear my container, he has 10 or how many? How do you expect him now not to? Okay, how do you expect him to follow the directives that emivumba tetukyajagala mu ggwanga lino? At the end of it all, bagenda kunyigiriza abana abamufuna mpola abadde importinga baziyita ndiboota bbiri. Oyo business yagenda giva because they cannot afford now to make a connection to the people that they call above. Asobolo kuisao endiboota. But those people who can afford to import in containers and containers will still bring this second-hand clothing in this country. And that's how the directive will fail. But a directive that has no, I should say, sanctions. Tebaina chebataddewo mbubo sigala ngo olete emivumba mu ggwanga tugenda kukwata era tukwatire muteeka bweriti era kino kigenda okukolera kitugenda okukolera. So if something lacks a sanction, how do you expect it to be now put into action? Its enforcement will be hard. Do you know how many now on the voters tuina mu ggwanga at the time? Do you know how many years it will take us kuzitunda zigwewo zigwirewo ddala? So where will that directive be? Era abantu bajja banga bajeerabira dda.
Don't you think directive eno we yajjidde ku side nnungi tutunulireko ku side ennungi ng'oggyeko side gy'otulaze tubuuse amaaso gaffe wano ku kyotulaze tugase awayinza okubeera ekirungi
but kati tekisobola kibuusa maaso because kitandikira ku byanfuna byange ng'omu okitegeera somebody I gave you an example who cannot afford kugula emuwogo w'ebitaano for his survival lunch over supper.
Someone who is living on $1 a day.
Somebody who cannot even earn $1 a week. Kumisatu mu lukaaga tasobola ziyaninga per week tasobola and we have them in this city. How do you expect them?
Njogedde ku directive ya President Museveni ey'akaveera.
Yes.
N'ogamba nti baakawera naye kati kano kwe kakyaliwo nti baakawera kukuuma butonde bwansi okulaba nti munaye akaveera kaali kasusse we kalina okukoma.
Something that was
good. Kyetuli mukaabira mu kaseera kano nti obutonde bwensi busaanawo obuveera babusuula buli wamu tekaddeko ko tekavunda nti ne bw'okasuula mu ttaka ne bwe wayita emyaka 10 kajja sigala nga kali mu ttaka. Don't you think directives za president zino ezimu tuzibuusa amaaso naye nga zijja mu bulungi fene tulaba only the bad side of it.
Zo zijja mu bulungi but like I told you most of them are political statements. Bani abakola obuveera bani abalina factories ne industries ezikola obuveera wano mu Uganda.
Ensonga y'okutema amanda emiti gibadde gitemebwa mu kaseera
todduka mu manda tuli kaveera bani abalina company ezikola obuveera wano mu Uganda. Umanyi obuveera omu we just import them.
Yeah.
Who allows them to be imported kuva wabweru w'eggwanga? Yeah, if you want to stop, like let me make it clear. Kati bw'oba oyagala kutangira obuveera kuyingira mu ggwanga, tandikira ne company ezibukola. Ban them from manufacturing new veeras. Kitandikirawo. Kitegeera. And if you ban the countries here locally, uziremu okukola obuveera, then stop the importation of the veeras and make an order or a directive that all shops and companies should sell off whatever they have in their veera or buy them off as a government. Because this is something that is done in the best interest of us. And the government has the capacity kugenda mubuli muduka mu ggwanga lino with its enforcement. Ne bakusanga ngo ino veera ba mitwalo 2 ne bakusasula ne babujjayo. They record them back and have them destroyed. Otulawo veera tebuggwe mu ggwanga. But like I told you, most of these people are benyigidde mu manufacturing these products n'ebintu bye bagezaako okuwera. Most of them are government officials. And you cannot go by the fact that these people have connections. Yoyo muntu agenda kugamba gwe bakuyitaani enkya togenda beera DPC kubanga ondaze amaanyi maanyi. And you have seen other DCs lose their jobs just like that. Even some of them want to enforce people that are encroaching on wetlands and swamps. Naye omuntu agamba bakuyitaani gwe RDC weno kale katulabe ninamu mwezi gumu era bw'odde waka weteekateeka sina transfer n'abamu ne baviira eyo ne bavaamu. That's how the problem is. But it is very simple. If you want to stop a commodity from entering in this country or to be sold in this country, it is just that simple. Government erina obuyinza erina obusobozi erina amaanyi buli kimu batandikire ku babukola babayimirize kuba babamanyi. I know that they know that this company or this factory is the one responsible for manufacturing kaveeras. That's an example. Temuddamu kuva na leero mugalewo, your business is done. Then go to the shops everywhere, buy them off. Mubuoche tumanyi akaveera tekakyaliwo. And people will find their own alternatives byebagenda okukozesa. In the event, tutola nakawa mwezi nga tokalwanyisiza if the government itself is interested kulwanyisa kaveera. Same applies to the second hand closet. Nyawe nkugambye bano bamufuna mpola abadde bayingiza kigundi kimwe ndibootemu bagenda va mu business because they will not have the capacity, they will not have that phone call away kukubira Lilian nyamba bampisizeko ebintu byange. They don't have that capacity. Ne sente zenyini ez'okuwa bano ababikkiriza okuyingira oba okufuluma nazo tebaziina. So bagenda zivaamu and the businesses will remain with the people with the capacity and connection to import. Aleka second hand nazo bagenda tandika ziguza nga ebipya. Because abagenda obanga babiyingiza, those are the people with the capacity. And then they will be the determinants of the price at the end of it all. This is a free economy. Nzendo ngabo nkugambye, and I will still repeat it. The problem we have as a country is not the second-hand clothes. No, that's not our issue. Our issue is ngende mu ddwaliro, I find there what I need. The medical health system is very okay and working. Me, sometimes I jump on borders. Now you get to come town and your black suit is just dusty. No muntu nakutunuulira n'agamba kansobodde kiri
wano ogenda mu kooti
okitegeera n'omulamuzi kennyini nakutunuulira because they are not used to that kind of life. Yabeera mu ka ACK kamukuba bulungi and you are the one to suffer. Our problems are good roads, infrastructure, need power supply, because whatever we use now almost every day tandikira ku simu yetaaga amasanyalaze and reliable power. Wetaaga okuva ewaka ng'ogolodde engoye ze zitukula yadde it's a second hand naye lugolole lunyirire. Wetaaga ogende mu ddwaliro osangeyo eddagala. We need good education system, we need services. That's what we need. But now when you jump, before you can even fight war, tusobola tukolera yadde good road zisobola okuyisaako ettooke lyange kulijja ewaffe mu kyalo kuliteeka wa. And you tell me now that you are stopping second-hand clothing. You know that even these leaders, never MPs, that's what they put on. Because economy nabe banyiga. You get? So the only issue would be first create alternatives. Now, kati bwetuva ku mivumba, do we have the capacity as a country producing a new hand over engoye empya that can accommodate the whole population that we have in this country? Do we have it? How long will it take? Instead tukyayagala mivumba buli omu alina okwambala ekipya. How long will it take us as a country to produce in quantities and qualities ebintu ebisobola otumala ng'eggwanga? Have they thought about that one?
Sikwe kuddayo okwambala baka cloth.
Okitegeera? So ebimu tubibuukira. So ebimu tubibuukira, but we don't look at
it is not development.
Yes, ebimu tubibuukira, but we have not looked at the effect and how it can be done. The practicability of some things is not anticipated at all. And that's where we go wrong as a country.
Kati omulemu ko oli ku Mighty Drive ensonga za ggwanga kikukwatako gwe munnanga atulabira ddala osobola okuba nga ate weetuusaako akagoye ka mitwalo 5 ku 8 ku 10 munnange nga gwenogamba abo ne babawera abatunda awo wonna awo kyemmanyi katale k'abalema awo egyo gyonna mivumba wino wali egyo yonna mivumba abatunda first class be bana abali mu kajaawo wonna egyo mivumba second hand nno abantu bangi bagenda va mu business simanyi baba bagenda kudda wa watuufu
bali mu butalo obwenjawulo akatale keneni ku Busaafi eyo yonna mivumba tebatunda ngoye empya batunda mivumba naye nga tuweebuuze ne buno obutale bw'emibuulo obw'omu byalo abasinga batwala mivumba okusingira ddala kubanga abantu ab'omu byalo bye basobola ate akatalo keeyo kaba kakola mu season. Kansa atugambye kano nti omuntu atambuza weeks singa 3 nga tafunye 3,500 mu kyalo atambuza n'omwezi nga tafunye 5 because talina kyatunda. So ebintu si byangu. Some decisions ziba zinyigiriza abantu munnange naddala omuntu gwe wansi asookera ddala naye nga kiba kirungi nnyo n'obeera nga ate oyisaawo endowoozayo osanga munnange abakulembeze eddoboozi banaaliwulira. Tuwumulamuko katono nnyo tekomawo oli ku Mighty Drive.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
But at the church,
Tawali man, what's up?
Man, can you imagine people just dump everywhere? Someone drinks water and throws the bottle wherever.
Come on, Rogers. What else do you expect people to do with an empty bottle?
Simanye now, did you know that plastics take at least 450 years to decompose?
What? That's a long time.
Exactly. Because plastics are made out of a lightweight and flexible material that doesn't decompose easily. And plastics everywhere in the environment cause plastic pollution.
What is plastic pollution now?
It is the accumulation of plastic waste in the environment, like bottles, polythene bags, straws. All of these contribute to plastic pollution.
I have been using them without knowing their effect.
Yeah, a lot of people have. Plastics are a danger to the ecosystem, both on land and in water.
So how can we overcome this problem? Is there something we can do?
Oh yes, we can reduce by minimizing the use of plastics, reuse by repurposing them, or recycle by collecting and processing them into new products.
Everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves for the world.
How about we change our habits for the world?
And it starts with me and you.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk.
Looking for a pair of shoes? Let's Up Stores has a wide range of selection for unisex footwear. We have the best quality of all brands at pocket-friendly prices, and we make deliveries countrywide. Just place your order or reach us on 0772 08 0090. You can also check up at Let's Up Stores on all our social media platforms. Let's Up, craft your own footprints. Hi Rogers, can I ask you something?
Shoot.
What does corruption mean?
Well, summarily, corruption is abuse of public power for personal gain or for the benefit of a group to which one owes allegiance. For example, when a public office is abused by an official accepting or soliciting a bribe. By the way, private people can be corrupt too, like bribing police officers to escape fines.
Okay. So exactly how does that concern me?
Well, do you pay taxes?
I guess, yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Everything. Because those taxes you pay are supposed to facilitate services you use, like water, electricity, roads construction, medicines in hospitals, name it.
Okay, that is much bigger than I thought. But it can be stopped, right?
Well, yes it can, although it may not be as easy as it sounds. And here is the reason why. Corruption roots are grounded in our country's social, political, economic, bureaucratic traditions and policies.
So, what has kept it going this long? I mean, why don't we stop it?
Well, the main reason why it has been here for so long is because institutions are weak, either as a result of poorly defined ethical standards of public service, weak administrative and financial systems, or ineffective watchdog agencies.
What can we do to stop it?
At a national level, we must focus on strengthening the independence and effectiveness of public institutions that fight corruption. At a personal level, we must commit to never giving a bribe.
I promise I'll never give a bribe.
Well, that's a great decision you have made. Me and you now have to spread this message to all our friends. If we all do our part, corruption will be no more.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk.
Are you craving for that special meal that will entice your taste buds and leave you with lasting thrilling memories? Look no further. Spice Island Bulenga has got your answer. Natural, fresh and delicious juice, the best meals. Don't miss our daily specials from Monday to Sunday. Pizza Wednesday, Saturday Pizza Bonanza, you buy one and take two. Come dine with us and feel the experience. We are located at Prime Shopping Center in Bulenga, Mitiana Road. For inquiries, call us on 0704 11 1720. Spice Island, we treat your cravings.
The Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.
tukolekeyo mu kuwummula mukole ku Mighty Drive essaawa yaffe eba yakubiri neno mweno ssaawa tusobola okubanga munayi tusomako comments z'okukubiriza mu comment section tekamu ekibuuzo tekamu endowoozayo olowooza kibigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga tujja kubanga ate mukwano tubiyisaayisaamu era omugenyi waffe ajja kubanga bwe kiba kibuuzo akikuddamu bulungi nnyo njagala okwebaza abatwekuumirako buli lunaku mukulu senjako ddafa webale nnyo webali ddala kubanga ate munnange totwerabidde buli tukasukayo notification n'obeera nga ate obeerako bulungi nnyo webale katusuubire nti abantu b'ekawempe bali mu kutunuulira bulungi nnyo n'eriisa ejjogi bwe tunaatuuka mu 2026 bajja kumanya wawe okuteeka akalulu oba ani bwe basobola okulonda kulaba nga ate abakiikirira bulungi nnyo manye meaningful representation ebeera nnungi nnyo eri ekitundu kyokiikirira twogedde ku nsonga nnyingi mu kitundu kyaffe ekisoose kati mu kitundu kyaffe ekyokubiri tugenda kubanga ate tutunuulira ensonga ya nuupu ekibiina kya nuupu nga kyo bayestandise manyi ng'onookapucalinga bannayuganda wabeerawo engombe eziba zitambula naawe gy'obuukira kati balina tujja yani yatandika enjogera eyo teka kakaceera oyogereko akamonde tujja kati so ekintu kyo nkiwulira nnyo kati nkiwulidde mu nuupu tujja agamba ab'emasaka tujja ab'entungamu tujja
leero bali kaseese gye badde ford
bali mu kutalagga naye nga twalabyeko ku numbers eza followings omukulu wa nuupu sayiriza eyo embalala nzandikola bubi omukulembeze ali mu buyinza kubanga eyo si stronghold ye
nabadde ndabashemu waliwo omukulu eyagambye bwe abantu abo yavudde nabo e Kampala n'agenda nabe
yabatiise mu baasi
manyi mbube bantu be bamu yavudde nabe ne Kampala so mbu abo si banna
omukulu yabaddeko ku 88.3 Digital FM ne bamujjako ku mpewo era program yagenze okuggwa nga adde ayogera yekka ne prison
n'ababadde mu studio
nga abantu tebamuwulidde kibi nnyo tekijja ebintu bino tebisekeramu naye nga nze ndowooza gavumenti yali badde ewa buli muntu omukisa n'ayogerako eri abantu ne beesalirawo ani gwe baagala otherwise omuntu bw'omusalako
omanyi okola shenamba nga bwe tugikoze ya Mighty Drive nga baatuggyeko dda nga twereerejja
nga twewuliriza naye nga abakulembeze sayidi eyo mwakoze ekintu ekibi ennyini ddala okulaba nga ate omuntu ono temwamuwadde mukisa kwogerako abantu ne bamuwuliriza wali abatasobodde kujja we yabadde naye nga babadde bamulinze okumuwuliriza ku radio okulabako biki byabadde abagamba it wasn't a good decision oba yabadde directive from above ngazi orders zetuwulira manyi tulina order from above wano mu Uganda wano order ejemu naye ng'eri from above temudda
but why do these orders from above zikola ku bantu abamu ate abalala nezitabakolako
nanti order from above abatali interested kukola order ku muntu omu ndowooza yennyonyola ennungi
they are given selectively
naye nze nja kwebaza poliisi okubanga ate yalese abantu bano ne bakuŋŋaana bulungi nnyo ne bayisaawo meseji yaabwe nga tebabatataaganyizza katusuubire nti
babawandiikira that's what I heard
but they have always written era poliisi ne batataaganya ndowooza this time round babawaddemu akaaganya ngamba it is okay you can sobola okunyumirwamuko basobola okuwaamu n'onyumirwamu and then ne bakurepressing somehow naye nga tekyabadde kintu kibi okubanga ate nuupu baalaze eryanyi sayidi z'eyembalala naye nze njagala tukitunuulire mu ngeri endala eri more political tulowooze nti kati abantu ba nuupu oba opposition oba ekibiina kya nuupu nga kyo kifunye obuwagizi embalala kusinziira ku namba zetwalabye oba abantu bazze kulaba bayimbi that can also be another
oyo Lilian gwayogeddeko agamba nti abamu bavudde nabe Kampala it can be true waliwo faces zinalabika
nga tezibeerangako mbalala
nga ze Kampala like the common faces ze Kampala
no of course you will see bijirwa because bijirwa atanga ne principle kati ogamba nti bijirwa bamutiise eyo oba toyogedde kubanga oyo alina okuba ku gaali
kati n'abayogedde nti abamu babajje Kampala abamutuufu because some of the faces are from Kampala but now eyo nga tuvuddeyo njagala tutandikire ku ekigendererwa kya nuupu okugenda in different parts of the country what are they trying to do Yes, they say they are doing mobilization of the party. And NUP, also call a mobilization. You get?
Yeah.
Even as we speak now, NT call a mobilization campaigns in different parts of the country. But now, me, I had the chance of following Kumaulire, Neku social media handles what was really transpiring in the different parts of the country. But to me, I don't take that as a mobilization strategy. Because if you are mobilizing the people, who are you mobilizing? Are you mobilizing the people that you already have, or you are mobilizing new people to join your party?
You mobilize the new.
Or if you are mobilizing the new people, which message are you sending out to them? Message, it's almost the same message. What you send me tono but they photo ndinze ne yakasese ngira wenda biche bibana yoke.
Ndaba mukulu bali mwezo ku program eyo. Nawamubuuza message te batwalidde abantu.
The same. And it triggered my head and to think, are they in campaigns or they are doing mobilization? That's why I asked, but tuba tukola mobilization ng'ekibiina. Tumobilizing already abantu ba member bafe oba tumobilizing abantu bapya. Because because if you are mobilizing the people that are already in your political party, it means you are giving them the message that they already have an idea about. Byobagamba already babimanyi. They know the ideologies of the party, they know the principles of the party, they know the mission and the vision of that political party. But if you are mobilizing new people to join you, it means you are telling them the ideologies of the party, what the party believes in, the vision, the mission, what they stand for, and all that kind of setup. You get? But when no campaign is a general, I should say they were campaigning, they are making campaign, not even mobilization. And that's where we go wrong. Now we don't kulembeze wechibiina ekyo ng'agamba bazze for a long time nga balwanya akuyita okukola ki okuzoganya ne mukulu Museveni president w'eggwanga lino. And on so many occasions mukulu Museveni tasobola bawa a chance okutuuka eri abantu babagambe which message they have for them.
So they got the chance.
Yes, n'abagamba ye nga president w'ekibiina we yajja mu politics officially naddala mu kwagala kutwala entebe esinga mu ggwanga. President Museveni yali tasuubira that his capacity would be somewhere in the politics of this country. N'abagamba era baafuna omuntu omuto era ng'ali international. You get? N'abagamba nga bwage that in a few days mugenda banga mulaba video gye bayita Bobi Wine the people's president. And I was asking myself, what is in that film?
Bagamba documentary si film.
No, he said the film, please.
Yeah, tugambye film.
Kuba ebigambo binabyawo ate abimanyi. N'ekirala.
Sanga teyabyawudde.
N'ekirala. I remember nga twakava mu kalulu. Even nga tugenda kagendamu. Yagamba omulimu gwaffe gwali gwa kufuna ndangamuntu twebeereremu ebirala tubikole ki? Tetwakikola.
Simanyi oba mwakikola.
Na muntu njina.
Singa mwakikola ye
ya. Nina muntu nkole ki nagifuna nange neneebereramu. Then nga wayiseewo akabanga katono era nga tuvudde mu kalulu n'agamba nga tugenda mu kalulu naye n'agamba buli omu mu kibiina ekyo yalina omulimu gw'alina okukola. Ab'ebyamateeka basegona n'agamba mwe mujja kukola n'ebyamateeka byammwe. Mwe bamuwanga kivumbi mudirige n'eziGDP n'eikonomi zammwe ebyokuggyako omukulembeze mubikole ki?
Mubindekere ebyo byange.
Ne tubimulekera. Awo ne tuvaayo ne tugenda mu kalulu. Kalulu engeri gye kagenda bwe kati. We have had him on so many occasions ng'agamba ye mukulembeze w'eggwanga lino erya Uganda. Era abantu gwe baalonda. And then at the same time he comes and says, Kat President Museveni tasobola tukkiza, but you said you are the president and you won the elections. And winning an election means mu mateeka nti abantu bajja ne bakulonda. Actually wasooka ne weewandiisa ng'omulonzi. N'ojjayo empapula ne weesimbawo. n'okola akakuyegeyo ne campaign abantu ne bakulonda era electoral commission nekulangirira oyo ye mukulembeze gwe tuba tumanyi era bwe bamala okukulangirira n'ogenda n'olayira
nanti kati ye yakoma wano kumulonda wano electoral commission we yamubbira
kakitegeeza aleme kubuzaabuza eggwanga nga ye mulonde nedda electoral commission gwe yalangirira ffenna tumanyi gwe tomumanyi eyalayira tomumanyi ani afuga naye tomumanyi but to say nti the problem with political parties kubaka tuli 2023 naye genda kukwako it means that we have started now an electioneering process
election process
kyekugambye if what they say is mobilization for the political party it shouldn't be done that way in form of a rally and a campaign rally to say because singa wawulidde slogans zebabatise nga boogera they are not mobilizing. Instead, they are taking the message to the people that already know what NUP stands for, what NUP believes in, and what it is aiming at. Kati message nzenga jenawulidde. If I did not know anything about NUP, there is nothing that would take me to support it, and that is the purpose of mobilization and sensitization. I have had a chance nzenga nkula to be near people that were heading political parties up country. And I know what they face. To the extent that they rent to work office yechibina. If an individual is not strong enough, office najivamu. And these are facts. They are not here, so they are facts. And to say, most of the political parties, zifuna funding, nadalezina representation in parliament. And they get money. They have that money. And the purpose of that money is to help the political party run its activities. Which includes supporting the different district parties, offices, and the rest. But to say, Tulinda, as we approach the next elections, that's when most political parties want now to go back to the ground. No, nanti
bagamba tebakkirizibwa ku meeting abantu.
Kati ani abakkiriza okuba meeting?
Ababadde babagana.
Do you see the contradiction that happens? So, what happens after the elections? Buli omu addawo ku kitebe ne batuula and most activities are happening at the party headquarters.
You go back and re-strategize and then no lumba. No damu no lumba buto. Then you look at the loopholes, the weaknesses and the strengths, and no damu no lumba.
Then it beats my understanding if you go re-strategize and replan and then come with the same approaches and then expect different results. It beats my understanding so much.
So, omukulu ono okubanga akubalale, was it the right thing? Yalibanda meeting abantu.
If it was, ngawe bachogera, if it was mobilization, then they must have a mobilization strategy. In Barara, I saw where one of the cars of Ayachi had some blue number plate. Why you? Yeah. Nira, Jevayas, that they said a person who was driving that vehicle, Simanyi Bamanyi was CMY, and
I saw, yeah.
You get?
I saw that. I saw the photo.
That she's training the president for what? And this is where we always go wrong. Abantu abasinga and the opposition, I should say, diehards abasinga. They want to make news even where it is not necessary to be made.
Yeah.
Abasinga bajja even photos ezaliwo mu 2011 zebakomyawo and they want to show that the regime is mistreating people. I don't say that it is not mistreating them. It is actually doing even more bad things than they can see in their access. It has done many bad things that most of them have never seen and thought about. But then, Katiokuvayo, and you try now to make somebody and portray him as somebody very dangerous who is doing his job, because Katietumanyi Nira is doing registration of the students, is doing so many things, and they are moving freely in the country. But when you look at somebody, and their problem is that I think sometimes they lack judgment, because when you smash his vehicle, now who would pay for that vehicle? Who will repair that one? That's when you will see, because Narabie, I think it was Nira posting on one of their platforms that they would use the CCTV cameras ezokukubo and identify the people who were involved in that activity.
Ati bana bakwata nga bagamba nti government ebanyigiriza.
Kirungi gwakyogedde. You get? So that's where we go wrong sometimes. In that most of these people have their problems, I believe. And why I said that it can't be true that most of these people were ferried from so many other parts of the country to that venue, even up to now where they are. Kati, you look at how the economy is mistreating us, everybody. Most of us are just not doing well financially and economically. Yeah. You have your rent areas and the landlord is always on your door knocking. You want sasuradi. This comes in that you have a political party that you believe in. Yeah. And the problem is that I have said it so many times that most of these political parties and party leaders don't tell us the realities that we need to know. They don't tell us the realities, but they tell us things that they feel if they tell us we shall be happy and we shall follow foolishly. And sometimes following and supporting a political party or a person, a politician, must be guided by conscience. Yeah. Because when you keep on moving from month to month, week to week, following a certain politician who is actually getting a pay after the end of the day, and you cannot even afford to go to the field or to your office to make a piece of work and you can get an earning out of that, then you are wasting your struggle. You get? Because the struggle wants to find you also well, health-wise. Struggle, kusanga nga oba ina an advantage of going to school nga nawe wagenda n'osoma, so that if they are advertising for a position, you can qualify for that position. Because at the end of it all, abamu bavudde mu masomero, and their role is just now to follow the politicians. Bakola ki? Bafungua barabara. Bagamba go vayo. Because I've met them on so many occasions, and I was going in my own ways, but I was ended up being pushed aside. Some of these people are students, but when it comes to the election period, most of them leave school. That's when exams happen, and at the end of the day, they don't do their exams of end of semester. They are dismissed out of school, and they say now the regime is following them at the school. They don't want them to graduate. You get? Yeah. And some of these things, that's why I said sometimes we fall short of the realities in this life. Because if they tell you such realities, you will not follow them tomorrow, where they will be going. And they need numbers. Because these numbers, people who will see them having a crowd in Barara will now want to know what happens in Fort Porto, will now want to know what happens in Kabara and Kasese and the rest. You get? And that's why I stand to fault most of these politicians. They don't tell the people, mugende mukole. First of all, before you come to my campaign, so you know bango inamechi everyone omusawo. So that if we stop at a certain place, usobola okwegulira ekyokulya, not that buli kadde ojja kubeera ogambe kati honorable komando, honorable airtime, honorable wako omukyala alwadde, honorable. You get? Somebody to be fully and committed to the struggle, they must have something to defend. Mistaken? They must have something to die for if they are dying for something. Kati gwe otambudde nga bovudde waka bwentu bwendi. What do you expect me? That's the hooliganism we shall see on the street.
Was this the right timing bo okutandika kakuyego no balimu?
I can't say it's not the right time or the wrong time, because I don't know how a party is organizing its activity. But I say that the approach they are using, it's not a mobilization strategy, but it is a campaign. Because katenjawulo kyebadde kweno gye bakola embalala ne Fort Porto, like what happened in 2021.
No,
do you see any difference?
No.
Is it the right time to start campaigns now?
No.
Is it yagamba
it's not the right time.
At least there is a reason we should be following the history. But sometimes when we rely on history a lot and forget to look at the present, we can fail to determine our future. And that's where they are.
Twandegambye nti abantu bano bali mu campaigning now because in campaign period police might disorganize their rallies. So when they get the time, bali mukozesa obudde bwe bafunye bulungi. Kale bayiseewo message yaabwe ya campaign mobilizing enedda.
Mobilization ejja kujja after the campaigns. But this is where we go wrong. Because this is the period that we should be giving these people abantu bebaronda. For example, because I saw some MPs on that campaign trail. Kativo, when do they get time? Because parliamentary recess, parliament business is going on. Yeah. When will they get time now to go and represent their people? When will they get time to go and do what they're supposed to do under the constitution and the laws of this country? I saw a number of of councillors, I saw a number of LC5 chairmen and the rest. They're all on the campaign trail. In these people, we have the public officers, public servants. They are following. So when will they get time to go and now do what they are supposed to do? The timing must be meant to have direction, and it must be targeting a certain result and an outcome. But where now you want to show the public that to show the power that now you can pull the crowds and you can be everywhere that you want to be, then you are messing up the whole intention and the whole idea of starting the mobilization campaigns. Okay. So now imagine if all political parties start the same kind of mobilization that NUP is doing now. What do you think the country will be like in 1 month?
No, they will not be in the same area at the same time. So business will go as usual. I don't see any problem. Now, when waliwo agamba Council Kato should distinguish between consultations and mobilization. Consultations can be meeting individuals or a few section of people, but mobilization is geared on numbers, and political mobilization is driven by how many follow you and hence influence those that would join you. So him saying that NUP should have a strategy beyond that, we have seen in the last 2 rallies, is off short. Maybe he council is talking of wedding mobilization, not political.
No, I think he didn't get my point clear. Because I was clear and say, because that's why I started with, do you mobilize the people that are already your supporters, or you mobilize new people to join you? So you are mobilizing support. You get?
Yes.
If you got a chance to listen to the message that was being aired by the leaders of the political party, what were they doing? Were they really doing mobilization? They were doing campaigns.
I don't know
exactly,
but their message was the same message they have always given us. So
and I asked, was it different?
And
I asked, was it different from what happened in 2021?
No, it is the same message. The only difference is that wali bayongeddeko akabatu bakalu akatali boluli. Nenga it is the same message.
So I guess my opinions and my opinions are driven to a point that this is how I see things and how they should be done. Okay. Kati noyo naye aina okufuna his own opinion and how he identifies mobilization and campaign strategies.
So you do not have the problem of them having big rallies. Your problem is on the message
they are putting to the people and the mobilization message. Because the message must be creating an impact on an individual they are trying to mobilize for their support. Tell us NUP stands for A, B, C, D. Because I've asked so many people, even that call themselves leaders in the political party, the NUP. You ask them what's the ideology of a political party, they have no idea. What does the party stand for to Jako dictator?
They are still developing their ideology.
Okay. So now what are they using to mobilize the other people? Now Basanga, then the strategy will be built after they have taken power.
No, the ideology we shall build it after Kujako na Chemalira.
Okay. Oh, hungry. So you get my idea is not about how many people are following the president of the NUP, but my idea is if this is a mobilization campaign, which message are they using to mobilize the people? That's where my difference comes in. You can have as many people as you want, but which message are you taking to them? Is it a message of mobilization Is it a message of sensitization? Is it a message of a campaign? You are making campaign.
Uganda bagala nnyo okubajjukiza. He's reminding them nti omukulembeze gwe tulina akamala kati emyaka 4. No wega boni abadde amazeeko
naye bamujjeko 5 mwena. I think around
56. Tata na mwebiri then omwana 14.
And he has just won an election recently, 64%.
Yeah.
Naye bamujjeko actually.
Nekati mukulu Kato oba Munnamateeka Kato. MK movement babadde batambula eggwanga nga batugamba nabo bali mu kubunyisa njiri eri bannayuganda era nga banabyabufuzi ab'enjawulo especially abali ku ludda oluvuganya government kaga kino ekikolebwa si kirungi era kikolebwa mu bukyama and all that. Should we send MK movement yereese ka pressure kano okulinnya ekitandise okuviirako ebibiina ebimu kati nabyo okwagala okudda mu bantu oba okutuuka mu bantu?
Kyandiba kituufu, but now siri mwogezi wa MK movement era njiwulira buwulizi nga gwe ogiwulira nokulaba what they are saying. But now the same issue comes in. Bagenda batalaga ebifo ebyenjawulo and in different areas. But what message are they taking to them? Wagiwuliddeko? And if you want to sit down and analyze their message, what does it portray in your mind? In each fan kulaga, are they bringing something new in this country, especially in its leadership? And if the answer is yes, then katugendeku whether it has brought this pressure ya political parties now kudda mu bantu, but like it has always been. Tugenda mu kalulu after voting buli omu nadda wuwe. Political parties will come at their party headquarters, sit down and enjoy their money. You get?
And
then they are making accountabilities, yes. They are making accountabilities. Most of these things are just done to show the public, to show the funders, to show the sympathizers,
but
that
also
there is
to tell
work.
the public that there is a movie.
That there is work. Yeah, it means that now they are selling that
So
movie, Bobby Wine, people's president, that film.
To sell the film.
This can be also a marketing strategy for that film.
It is
So
a
that
marketing
way,
strategy for the movie.
abantu bajja banga bayina
Okuyagga, yeah.
bagifune nabo bagirabe. But to say the MK movement, yes, it could have opened the eyes of these other political opposition party players. Because one would ask himself, yes, balina wote balina which idea they are saying to the people. Kujjako bagamba MK movement yeriko, standby generator and the rest. Which I find that teina na kyamaanyi kyekola ki kyeboogera eri abantu. It's about putting on t-shirts za bwerere nazo za 200 oba 3 ne beeyiwa ku makubo, and most of them are filled, like they said. Abamu bagendayo because they have nothing to eat at their homes. Naye babagambye wa MK ekivvulu ekyo waliyo piraawo wa boda amuwadde amafuta and the rest. Because people, most of them are frustrated. They find it now as something to help them run through the day. Well, abamu abeera mu kazigo ke nga talina yadde kyakulya, and they hear that there is lunch here and it is free. N'eki t-shirt ekyobwerere, and somebody has been owning one t-shirt, and now he sees that there is a free t-shirt. Because me, I've seen them, even in the villages. Omuntu agenda ku political rallies, naddala eza President Museveni, kuba yakyasinza okugaba t-shirt. Musajja anagenda n'ajjayo t-shirts nya, and for the full year he's putting on the same t-shirts.
Vote MK. Vote President Museveni. Mukulu azzeemu n'abuuza n'agamba, so who determines the message to be communicated to the public? Has council inquired whether the people in Mberaland fought never got the right message? If council didn't get any meaningful message out of what is being spread, then it means the message wasn't for those in Kampala who have for long had the message and decided to spread and re-echo it to the common person. What is wrong with that?
But like I said, I am not the person to decide on which message should be taken out by the political party. Nze ndowooza wambuuziza endowooza yange. Sije wambuuziza Farida ne Ria.
It was your opinion.
And I am giving my opinion. And you see, every man is entitled to think for themselves.
Yes.
And then God can think for all of us. But the moment you want to differ from what I think and what I feel, then come up with your own meaning. My whole idea is that if you are doing a mobilization, you're mobilizing people that have no idea about what you do. Or that have little idea and you want to make them feel your message. A message over to Arida by no feeling. You get? And some of the messages that a political party must take to the people. Because at the end of it all, I want all the ideas of the political party must be taken to the common man. Ntinevo sanga Farida wano nagamba nze ndi wa NUP. Nomubuza NUP, what do you stand for? Ajja kugamba fenga NUP, this is what we stand for, we believe in this is how we want to change this nation and the rest. Majinako idea. But I've told you, if you find a leader in a political party that cannot even tell you the ideology of a political party, now which mobilization message are you taking to the rest of the people? The Manainchi, my grandmother there in the village. Message there.
So as they are mobilizing, what are they using to mobilize the people?
That's why I said they are doing campaigns. Instead of taking the mobilization message, but they are taking the campaign message of Batulugunya, yes, Batu Bakaluru to ina film jetuleta. So how does that help my grandmother in the village?
Because ngabadde bagali mukola campaigns bali badde bayimirizibwa already because campaigns tezinaba kubeera opened up.
Since agenda okusalirawo isi electoral commission oba since agenda okubagamba chief balina okukola, but this is what I feel, and if they are trying to mobilize the population and the masses for their support, there is a message they must take to them. You get?
Yes.
The message must be about the political party, so that because most of, I don't know what others think, but before you decide to join or support a political party or an individual at a political office, you must have heard something about them. You must have known what they stand for. You must have known what they believe in. You must know how their strategies are aligned. That's the first idea I look onto before I say now I am a supporter of this political party. First listen about it.
Kristo yena jetaddemu opposition kati nayo okuzuukuka okubaako kyekola.
Of course, all political parties have their strategies. If the year is starting, they have their roadmaps. That's what I feel. Buli political party gamba from this month to this month tugenda batkola kino. So ndowooza abamu bakyabuildinga structures, abamu bakyalina internal struggles ze bafightinga nazo, abamu bakyalina like buli political party how they are trying to run its political party. As simple as that. Kati oyo nze obusungu simanyi na jabu, but they have the right to think for themselves. But to me, before I come support a political party, I must know what it believes and stands for. I must know its ideologies.
Bonaganza abuuza Munnamateeka asobola okunkolera sales agreement nze ntundeko my share that I have in Uganda. When the country stabilizes, I will come back and buy with interest.
Agreement gave ankabwe.
Afuneke tundu lye.
Okulu akayimba yakayimba.
Tujitunde bajjo
buli omu afuneko naye era corruption yaliwa
n'abamutuyinza okuviiramu awo
mufulume eggwanga nga temufunye
naye nga yagigula yayagala kutwala
omuntu omu ayinza okugula yonna nnamba naga njabba waako ekyammwe n'atabawa ne musigala nga muviiriddemu awo nga bwe mwazze ekintu ekitabeera kirungi nnyo.
Munnamateeka njagala okuweereza ekibuuzo kino. Opposition ekozese kakodyo ki ku mulundi guno akayinza okubayisaawo 2026 because eringa naye esembedde era okwetegeka kati wenjogerera kuli mu giya.
Nze nganze mu ndowooza yange era nkiddamu mu ndowooza yange nti political parties zavaayo ne zenyigira mu kalulu akawedde 2021. And I believe that nga bwe baali mu campaign movements zaabwe nga batambula batalaga eggwanga, ndowooza there were innocent people abaavaayo ne baba facing era ne bagamba what they need to do. And I believe each political party had buli omu kye bamugamba nga akidocumenting. And I believe that after that election, Badayo, Nibatura as a political party, and made an assessment and review. They assessed their performance, they assessed the challenges they made, they assessed the success they had as a political party, and now they had to go and review. After reviewing, then they would come up with the strategies, the mechanism of how they would again not face what they faced in 2021. Yeah. So each political party faced different problems. And each political party came up with resolutions that were different, and the mechanism of how they can tackle the problems they faced differently. So what they need to do is now, if they did not do that, now let them go back to the drawing table. And now we entered an election 2021 with this number of supporters. These ones joined the other political party, this one joined us. This is how we are standing at the time. These are the challenges we faced, these are the successes we faced. What caused these challenges, A, B, C, D, and D, according on how they were making their assessments? Now, they have to sit down and now create measures on how they can overcome the problems they faced. If they do that, then they will be good to go in the 2026 election. Because they will have made a study. And that study will guide them on what they need to put in. Now, which new mechanism can they bring in the new election in 2026 to avoid facing the same challenge they faced in 2021. So they need to sit down and strategize and make a plan. They do the mapping, they know this is where our weakness was, this is how we can resolve it. If you received the data money, yes, the data money was received in 2021, how can we avoid it in 2026? Now create mechanism of how they can raise their own money and ignore the data money like the FDC did. Okay. Yeah? So it's all about reviewing and planning well for the new election, because we still have some period that can help them re-counter what they faced and now see how best they can resolve it.
Ngati omaliriza tumalirize n'emboozi ya Honorable Nsereko ne omukulu Bobi Wine okuwandisiganya ebigambo nga akantu kano keetooloolera ku mukulu omubaka wakawempe Honorable Segirinya Muhammad. Ebibuuzo byandibadde nti ani ali responsible as a Honorable Member of Parliament? Is the Parliament responsible for his medical bills? If it is, why is it not paying his medical bills? Is the party president responsible for okubaayo nikakwata na beerako kyayamba omukulembeze omubaka we ow'ekibiina bw'abanga kale yali kubanga abantu bamuwuliriramu lwaki yalinda abantu okuvaayo okumwogerako. Tugambe nti okusonyiyibwa kw'abakulu bano Honorable Segirinya ne munne Alan Sewanyana kwaleetamu mistrust mu kibiina gye bava, ensonga lwaki pulezidenti waabwe ow'ekibiina teyalaga nnyo kuyaayaana okumuyamba oba kulaga okuba nti anyolwa wamu naye ku bulwadde bw'alimu. What is causing all this lutalo luliwo?
To say, anyway, I've heard so many rumors, so many words. But as members of parliament, we have medical insurance that should cover for their medical bills. And Honorable Segirinya si asoose okulwala ng'ali member of parliament. Era si asoose okuba ng'asasulibwa bills kuva mu parliament. Again. And secondly, Honorable Segirinya alina political party gy'avaamu, which he kyemanyi ateekayo his contribution
to the party.
To the political party.
Yes.
Secondly, the political party has leadership. And the leadership of the political party sigamba nti tebalina sente. Again, because there is money they receive as a political party from government. You get? Thirdly, there are so many avenues where a political party can get involved in mobilizing and getting resources, for outsourcing finances for their member if he's in dire need. Kubanga Honorable Nsereko nga tanavaayo twasooka kuwulira eddoboozi lya Honorable Segirinya nga yeekubira enduulu, because he had reached a point where yali agamba kati ngenda koza masuuka mu ddwaliro because I cannot afford to pay. And as a honorable colleague, ndowooza kyekyasikiriza Honorable Nsereko kubaamu like that sense of humanity, agambe lwaki ono omukwano gwaffe abonaabona bw'ati. because they are all from the central region and they are all in parliament.
Yeah.
You get? So, ekyasinga okuleeta obuzibu is that Honorable Nsereko came and tried to outsource finances to help their fellow colleague.
Nga president w'ekibiina tannavaayo kukikola.
As if president w'ekibiina yali tamanyi nti Honorable Segirinya yali mulwadde, Honorable Segirinya baali bamututte outside the country for that medical treatment, and which medical treatment needed a lot of money.
Bintu abadde na bingi nnyo ku mmeeza ye. Kubaddeko firimu nga bwe mwagambye
and to me, nze ndowooza the whole, and what should take the first instance is kulaba nti omubaka awonye. Obani amuwonyeza, obani amuwaddeyo, obani amuwaddeyo naye awonye. You get? If he comes back and he's okay, then now we can go back to the nitty-gritties and see how best can we resolve what transpired.
Omubaka ono abadde nga afuna omusaala oguwererako ddala for the past 2 or 3 years gy'amaze mu parliament. Sente ezo mbu tasobola kujjako zisobola mu mujjanjaba.
Ate kati nze sijja kuyingiramu finances z'omuntu because I am not one who runs
parliament afune sente eziwererako ddala.
But we have had even honorable members of parliament nga bakoze eki babakwatidde amabanja and as low as like 300 millions or as much as that. I think I was in parliament for about 3 years bafuna omusaala. So how everybody runs
parliament kuvanga ankula.
Bamusasulira medical bill ne air ticket nga bamuwadde. So
was it right for the president okuvayo na attacking Honorable Nsereko?
No, to me it wasn't right, because at the end of it all you would see what caused Honorable Nsereko to come and start the campaign of raising money to help a fellow colleague. It was for a good cause. Ono ombaka ngeri gy'atalina busobozi bwesasulira katumukwatireko, because I don't think that they paid the whole medical bill ze baali bamubanja. Naye at least bamukwatirako ne bamuwewerezaako. So what Honorable Kyagulanyi would have done would also get in his strategies naye amuyambeko kali ka balance akasikirayo bakasasule. Omubaka asooka alwanirira obulamu bwe. Bino ebirala binaddama byalize luvannyuma, because those are just allegations.
But if I am fighting for life and someone offers to help me, I don't care whether I'm yellow or green.
Who are you not to take about it? Olaba bamubazitwala kasiba lwadde.
Kubanga ava mu red aba alemereddwa okunyamba lwaki sitwala ava mu yellow for sure. Exactly. This whole situation shows nti omubaka oba omukulembeze w'ekibiina kya NOP teyasonyiwa babaka bano olw'okuba nti they pardoned them okubanga kirabika ye mu kusinziira how he is reacting yali anyumirwa nnyo nga bali mu kkomera.
Naye kati
tugambe nti yali abamobilizing lack of finances or otherwise kubanga kusinzira babaka bane baba mu kkomera and how he is relating with them.
There's no speculations, but to say Honorable Kyagulanyi has been at least in a law school and he knows that omuntu bamuwabbe lwate bamusonyiye. Ekitege ne kati bakyagenda mu kooti. So bw'advayo n'agamba simanyi babagula and that's how they came out of prison. Then I find that reasoning nga yakyana kito nnyo. It's just childish to think that way. And they know how best they can handle their party struggles. Siri member wa NUP.
Toli mwogezi
wayo. Siri mukulembeze mu kibiina.
Nze siri member wa kibiina kyonna mu Uganda wano.
Ebyo mbibalekera.
So nze mbeera ku liberty okwogera ku buli ekigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga.
Nze nawe mpe endowooza yange ng'omuntu. Nga bwe mbiraba. Webale nnyo abatulabye olunaku olwaleero. Yes. Twogedde bingi abamu biyinza obbanga bibanyiiziza naye kati genda onyigire mu kazigo ko oba ku mulimu gw'okukola. Eyo endowooza eyange nga Kato. Naawe we bali kuwa olukusa, or if you feel that you have your opinion gy'oyagala okuyisawo, contact the leadership of the alternative Digitalk. Bajja kutuuza wano oyiseewo endowooza. Naye tekiba kya buntu bulamu kunyigira Kato olw'okuba yawaddeyo endowooza. Because nze bwento bwendowooza and for my own reasons, and I gave the reasons. Contact Farida, contact Lilian, ne mwami mukose wali mugambe nange ine endowooza yange gye njagala okuyisaawo according on what is happening in this country. Kyemanyi temujja mugaana kujja wano.
No, we cannot.
So when you feel that you are angry about the opinion of somebody, you yourself, do you have an opinion that is independent? Or you wait for somebody to talk about something, now uchibukire otandikirao. No. You should think and also get your own opinion. This is what I believe in and this is the reasons why I said what I said. Because the soul bimenyawo. No. The political party of NUP must have a mobilization strategy and must have a mobilization message to the people of the country. And that is my position. If you feel attacked, now jango you can songazo. Then echirala. The president snap talk, but kanogenda kaisao because I faced some challenges with my colleagues, Awagala counseling and the rest. If it's not an emergency, don't date an idle person. Don't date them. Where is that coming from? You know, I associate with so many people that come to me for counseling and how best I can help them. But the challenges I've had in the recent week, this past week, is coming from two parties, omulenzi n'omuwala, omulenzi akola, omuwala takola. And the pressure is coming from the woman who needs full attention from the man to the extent that even the working hours, she wants the attention. So if it's not an emergency, just ignore those idle people.
Which emergency would make you date an idle person?
Maybe gorinka sera kazikiziki owe myaka jikuiseko and you need that idle person. That's when you can enter into dating.
So the whole thing here is don't be idle.
Don't be idle. Have something to do. And be understanding. If somebody tells you they are in office, katigaga faida katisawa zinote tuli kumpeo. And you find somebody now wants to call and talk to you and they feel they are being ignored. And they feel they are being ignored and not knowing that every chimuchibano bude wacho. So akona kom bade ino kaisawo.
It is very, very important omuntu okumanya nti omuntu gwali mu kudatinga akola n'atasaba nnyo budde bungi nnyo ayagala omuntu yakaveeko atakukubire atayogere ku simu for 30 minutes ate after 2 hours akube ala imufune ku byokola
nga nebyagamba ayagala kubuuzaako wafunye kamere wafunye kola
wogamba nenda atakakugulire and then like okay what is the essence
so what is the essence?
Someone told me nti bakubuuzanga nti wafunye ku kyobuli omugamba nti ze wasindise tezaatuuse so nafuna n'amanyi oba yasindise oba teyasindise
naye
sorting iraawo mubadde balabi balungi nnyo okuva wali we twatandikidde ate paka wano wetuwunzise programu yaffe ya leero bwetujjamu ekikugasa ebitagasa suula mu kasero tonyiiga nnyo kubanga obusungu bukosa ggwe eyo ezo emotions embi zikosa ggwe kubanga oli olaba omuntu omutima ne gwekanga n'ofuna pressure ne zirinnya si kirungi nnyo ebitakugasa ggwe okwata bukwasi ng'osuula mu kasero ebikugasa ng'otambula nabyo abanoopo tubaagaliza birungi byerere bana tetulina gwe tutaagala wano gwe twogerako tukubamu ebituli awaba batagenze bulungi era n'awali awagenze obulungi era ne tubawaana banaye mulina numbers oba mwabaferinze okuva Kampala mwalaze eryanyi era tujja kubawaana ku era kitagenze bulungi tugana naye mwakoze bubi nnyo abakulu okubajja ku mpewo nga boogera n'abantu it wasn't good so banaye temututwala mu bubi nnyo naye ng'ebisigaddewo baatugamba you carry everything to God in prayer mu ebintu ebimu bisitule mu biwe Katonda yanaamanya butya bw'anaasobola okubibatembeetera oba okubiwewulako ko naye nga mbagaliza olunaku olulungi. Have a very good morning.
Alternative Digitalk. Real issues, real talk.